Are you ready, kids?
In the late 90s and 2000s, SpongeBob SquarePants dominated the airwaves, overtaking Pokemon in ratings in its first month alone. But not many know that this behemoth of a pop culture touchstone was inspired in large part by a little band from New Hope, Pennsylvania. I mean, I know you guys know, but, you know, most people don't. Showrunner Stephen Hillenburg, a former marine biologist, contacted Dean Ween in 1998, saying he was working on a cartoon show inspired by Ween's sixth album, The Mollusk. Dean responded in kind, but initially thought nothing of it, before being blown away by the runaway success of the show. SpongeBob is truly a one-in-a-million show. It's one of the rare children's programs that doesn't pander itself to children, and by that I mean that, as a kid, it felt like you were watching a real show when you watched SpongeBob, not a cynical edutainment slot made to distract you for 20 minutes so your parents could get some peace and quiet. It wasn't afraid of casting its characters in an unsympathetic light, nor did it neuter itself by shying away from anything that might be deemed too scary for kids. The Mollusk's inspiration on the show can be found in the very DNA of SpongeBob's early seasons, with the goofy nautical vibe used as window dressing over a hidden heart of gold. Even the voices of the two main characters, SpongeBob and Patrick, feel ripped directly out of the Mollusk's opening track, I'm Dancing in the Show Tonight.
Does my shuffle step really look so good?
Likewise, Season 1, Episode 15 of the show would go on to directly reference the title track.
Mind your wandering eye, you little mollusk.
Beware of your wandering eye.
After developing Season 1, Hillenburg would soon contact the band, asking them to create an original song for the show's second season. Dean and Gene hunkered down, writing Loop-de-Loop, a song teaching children an easy way to remember how to tie their shoes, and recorded it soon after, mailing a tape of the song to Nickelodeon for revisions. To their surprise, Steven told them that the song was perfect, and it would go on to feature in Season 2, Episode 21 of the show. In 2004, after the third season of the show had smashed all previous records, Nickelodeon would theatrically release the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. The film was not only met with rave reviews from critics and audiences alike, but was also a minor hit in theaters, with the box office gross nearly quintupling its budget. It would also go on to be one of the best-selling DVDs of the next few years. After the climax of the plot, when the day has been saved from Plankton's evil plans and SpongeBob is made manager of the Krusty Krab, the film is played out to a familiar tune.
Are you crazy? I was just gonna tell you that your fly is down. Manager, this is the greatest day of my life!
This moment would forever cement Ocean Man as a part of meme history, along with classics like All-Star and Never Gonna Give You Up, and it reads to me as Hillenburg further paying homage to the album that helped inspire it all. After the film's release, Hillenburg would step down as showrunner, wanting SpongeBob to end on a high. Nickelodeon, however, had different plans. SpongeBob had become such a cash cow that they simply couldn't justify stopping the money train after 3 seasons and a movie. It was agreed that SpongeBob would continue, with Hillenburg staying on as executive producer while different creatives took the reins of the show. SpongeBob SquarePants would go on for 12 more seasons and is still on the air to this day, for better or for worse. But one thing is for sure, the show is a bona fide cultural touchstone with generations of viewers worldwide, and its contributions to Ween's mainstreaming, if it can indeed be called that, cannot be overstated. In November of 2018, Stephen Hillenburg died from complications of ALS, and was mourned by millions of fans from every walk of life. After word reached the band, Diener put out a statement. I got a call a long time ago from a marine biologist that said he wanted to start a cartoon inspired by Ween's album The Mollusk. His name was Steve Hillenburg, and his idea was to create a Bugs Bunny type cartoon on the bottom of the ocean floor. Ween had been on tour for a long year, and we ended up recording and writing a song in one night at Greg Frey's studio. It was to teach kids how to tie their shoes, and we wrote it really fast and mailed it back on Christmas Eve. And for once, they said, "Don't change anything about it. It's perfect." It remains one of our proudest legacies, and we went on to do a lot of work together with SpongeBob, and the show went on to be the best cartoon of 2 generations. So this is for you, Steve.
This is for Stephen Hillenburg, who created SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wanna learn how to tie your shoes? Yeah, it's a very easy thing to do. Sit on down and I'll give you the scoop. What's that? It's called the Loop. You got to take ACD.
SpongeBob SquarePants. He said the mollusk, I reckon, was the inspiration.
You little mollusk. Sweet dreams, Gary.